welcome back to part 2. Um, this is gonna be my labor and delivery video. Okay, no, it's December 18th, 2020. Why am I acting like I don't remember my child's birthday? What the hell? December 18th, 2020. You know what? You know why? You know what made it so shaky? Because you see the whole pandemic thing, it's a blur. Like I can barely remember like a time before 2020 and 2021 was like a whole blur for me. So it's like I don't even, it's like saying 2020 is like, like did it even happen? But anyway, back to it. It's December 18th, 2020. 12 p.m, 12 a.m, 12 p.m. in the afternoon. I got up from my sleep. Furthermore, no, I wasn't sleeping, but I got up, used the toilet, and I came back to the room ready to go sleep. The next minute was a gush of water. And I was like, oh, she's coming. So I called the hospital and I'm like, hello, my water just broke. I'm not sure what to do. I was like, oh, it's alright. Just come down to the hospital and blah 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 blah. So I want to take a shower because obviously, I'm about to give birth. I don't want to smell, So I'm in the shower on the phone with the woman and come out, get ready, put my clothes on, go outside, go downstairs. I'm trying to book a taxi to come. Everybody I cancel the cab. Everybody I cancel. Me I call our father and I pick up. Me I say today's the day and nothing's going right. So I was getting angry. I had to bend down because the contraction and beat stopped. Me I have to bend down. I was getting upset. I was getting mad. Finally, a cab picked up. So I jumped in the cab now and got to the hospital and I went to the respective area where I'm supposed to go. And I'm saying to the woman, oh, my water broke. I'm not sure what to do here. She's going to tell me to sit outside and wait. Ma'am. Okay, so... so I sit outside, I'm waiting. There's other pregnant women out there. Obviously, they're going to go for them checkup. Them not give birth right then and there. So I'm sitting on the chair now, and I was in pain. So I was like, So I'm there twisting and turning my chair. I can't really sit down too long. So finally the woman then come out now, probably about like more than 10-15 minutes later, and they come in and they were like, oh, you're gonna have to double check to make sure that your water's broken. So do you think I would lie? Do you think I just pissed myself? Do you think I just pissed myself and it was just like, oh, my water's broken? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that my water broke and you're gonna tell me, oh, we need to double check, we need to make sure. Make sure what? Do you think I just wet up my cooch and be like, let me go prank the hospital. Let's go prank. It could be a nice little prank. You think that's what I did? No, obviously not. So I go into the little room now and I had to get a drip. The drip IV, whatever you want to call it. Be the little bag with something in there, right? So the first nurse or the first whatever you want to call them, whatever you call them, tried. Them couldn't put the thing because them have to push the needle in the vein. Disclaimer: I hate needles. I don't like needles. I have a lot of piercings, ironically, but I don't like needles. So she tried the arm here over here, so up at the top, up here, so. It couldn't go in. Somebody else try again. Down here, sir. Can't even show me. Right here, sir. Because you have the veins, them will come up here, sir. In the same arm over here, sir. It couldn't go in. Somebody else come. Do it on the arm here. Right here, sir. It couldn't go in. Somebody else come again. With another arm here. Right here, sir. Right here, sir. It couldn't go in. I still have the scars. It couldn't go in. So that's 4 times now, right? So I'm sitting in the chair and they hook up the thing them for hear the heartbeat, baby heartbeat, everything, boop, 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 whatever. And one lady come in and she's like, oh, we have to move to a different room. I don't know why. So I got up and I'm waddling over. And as I'm waddling, because obviously I think I had my pants off and everything. So as I'm waddling over, everything's like drip, 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 drip. She's going to come in, oh yeah, we don't have to check you. I can see that your water's broken. Obviously, do you think I'm just walking and pissing myself? Like, I was getting so annoyed and it was just me. Because like I said, her dad wasn't picking up. I don't know why. Whatever. At that time, I was ready to just, let's just go off, but I had to keep composure, because in them situations you don't want to put stress on yourself, you don't want to strain your body, you don't want to stress the baby, you don't want to cause no distress, whatever. So I'm just waddling over, everything that's dripping out into the other chair. We don't have to check you can see that your water's broken. We can't get the thing in you can't get the drip in your hand, so I'm gonna wait for the professional. Whatever. So I'm sitting there, and then they eventually moved me to my respective room where I'm going to give birth. And that room was nice. Like, I felt like I was in an own suite. I had my own bathroom. I had a little corner over there on the floor where I can lay down. I had a bed, a little hospital bed thing. So knowing me, when I'm in great amount of pain, I can't lie on a high surface, meaning like a bed. So I tend to go to the floor. So I was balled up on the floor just there, and they gave me gas and air. And then eventually her dad came and it was a little bit better, but I was the one that was in pain. So, you know, so I was there laying down, and obviously he came, I was holding his hand, squeezing his hand. I was like, oh, like I can't talk. So we've just been there for hours. I told him to put anything on. I had an iPad there, just put on any movie. I just want to hear something in the background, just put on anything. I don't care where it is, just put something on. So they put something on. I don't remember if I was eating or drinking. I think I was drinking water. I don't quite remember. But yeah, I was still on the floor with the gas and air thing. And it was nice. It was nice. He took the pain away. It was nice. I wanted to get the epidural. And then the lady was like, I had to go on the bed and they had to check. Now, contractions are 1,000 out of 10. And then you have to push your fingers in to check to see if I'm dilated. So that's more pain. Like, it was like, you know what? Having kids, like that whole process, like the pregnancy, like up to labor delivery, it's like torture. It's like, it's better just cut my legs off. Just cut my legs off, my limbs, just take everything. Because at this point, what more? But I mean, there's nothing else you can do, innit? You can't tell, like, how a woman's dilated without checking. So, she was checking. But that woman that did the check, she was so sweet. Because she was literally running. Because she could tell I was in pain. She really cared. Like, other women, they were so dismissive. Like you could tell from the beginning. Very dismissive. They didn't really care. Whatever. So she checked to see I'm not dilated enough. So I was like, oh my gosh. So she said, I need to use the toilet. I went to the toilet. I sat down and used the toilet, but I couldn't get up. So I started slipping off and falling off forward. And it was like, mind the baby, man. Obviously, I'm minding the baby. Like, I don't understand. They probably think I wasn't thinking. But it was like, mind the baby? What? Wait. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I know. I'm just trying to get in a stooping position because I can't stand up. So they had to help me get off the toilet and to waddle back round to the little floor, everything that they had set up for me. And I was just laying there for like a few hours. Remember, this is started from like 12 in the afternoon, so going all the way down. So just laying on the floor, my legs were set a certain way, and I'm just there with the gas in there. But like, yeah. So after, I skipped out a part. After she did the swab thing to check to see how I dilated, whatever, I couldn't get epidural because I wasn't dilated enough. So we opted for morphine. Now the morphine was given, it was an injection in my bum cheek, my bottom, and that was heaven. It was magical. It was like, yeah, it took the pain away for like an hour or two, and I was like, I felt like I was just floating. It was like, yeah, I needed this. Like, thank you. She was so sweet. I don't even remember her name, but she was so sweet. Anyway, so back, I was on the floor. One of my legs is like angled, like open, like so I could just relax. and I was just, every time a contraction would come, I would inhale the gas in air and then exhale, and that's a neat trick to do. Breathing was so nice. It was helping. At some points I could feel like, so when you're about to give birth, it feels like you want to do a number 2. That's what it feels like you want to do like a fat number 2. And looking back, I felt that sensation, but it was actually her head that was coming out. Bear in mind, it was during the pandemic where I was having a baby, so the staff was limited, so there was no one really checking up on me as they should have been doing. So I wasn't aware of what was happening. Obviously, if I had the checkups, people were like, oh my gosh, she's coming, she's ready, push, push, push. I didn't know. But looking back, I remember I was like wiping that area because it felt like I was peeing myself. So I was like wiping the area, whatever. And I felt like a bulge, and the bulge was actually her head. So she was coming out. So I feel like what I was doing, I was breathing through everything. I was listening to my body. I was breathing and like letting my body do its work. I'm not forcing nothing. Then all of a sudden, I felt like her head just popped out. And I was like, so I said to my dad, I was like, her head's out. He gets up, he's like, oh, her head. So he runs out the room looking for the midwife. I'm not gonna call her name, she was so sweet. I remember her name though, she was so sweet. So he goes out there now, he says like, she's crowning, her head's out. I said, this is what he told me. And there was an African lady there, and she was just taking her sweet time. Her sweet time. I'm like, are you sure she was taking her sweet time? And he's like, yeah, she was taking her sweet time. And I'm like, anyway, the midwife now, she's running down the hallway. Bear in mind, at the time, I think she was about 5-6 months pregnant herself. 5-6 months, yeah. And she was running, coming. She runs, she comes in, they turn on the light, everything. The African woman's still there, moving, stupid. And the midwife, she was like, keep your legs open, but I couldn't keep my whole body was shaking. I just couldn't do it. And the African lady, she wasn't even helping. She wasn't helping the woman she's meant to help. Assist the lady, she wasn't assisting. So her dad now had to like hold my leg so I don't close it, because I obviously had to push the baby out. So she was like, push, I'm gonna tell you push and push. And I pushed, and then her shoulders slipped out. I felt that. And she was like, push again, and I pushed, and she came out. 2 pushes, period. No epidural, no, nothing. Just morphine and gas and air, period. She came out, and then again she had to do the checks in my vagina. They had to check to see if I tear. Like, how much more pain can you put us women through? Like, I know it's the job. I know it's supposed to be like protocol, but at the same time, how much torture? How much must we endure? How much must we endure for this man, for baby, you know? So did the check. There was no tear, nothing, and I was asking questions like about the placenta, and she was like, your body will eventually, you know, when it's time, it's time. When she came out now, her head was long, obviously, because she's coming out of a small area. Her dad was concerned, like, oh, is her head okay? Like, he probably asked the midwife like 3 times for her head. But he was just concerned. Obviously, it's the first time for us, so obviously we're gonna have questions. And I was like, no, it's fine, it will go back to normal, blah, 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 blah. And I was just laying there chilling, and then they put the baby on my chest, and she peed on my chest. She was pissed. I'm like, girl, I gave birth to you, and you just gonna pee on my chest like that? Just like that? Just like that? Just like that? Just like that! But yeah, she was very serious. Like, I think she cried a little bit, but she was like just looking. Sorry, she was just looking. She came out with her eyes open, so yeah, she was looking like, damn, y'all take me out of my cozy spot for this? For this? Did skin to skin. Her dad did skin to skin. The placenta came out. I didn't want to see it. But I delivered the placenta. They don't tell you that, like, after you deliver the baby, you have to push out the placenta. You have to literally push. So you're giving birth twice, basically. So imagine if you're having like twins and triplets and you want to do a natural birth. That's insane. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Women, take your time. If you want it, go get it. If you don't, take your time. Take your time. Okay? Take your time. After the placenta, we're doing skin to skin. Everyone heard about my delivery because baby come out in 2 pushes, 2 easy pushes. It wasn't, there was no complications. It was easy. I'm not even over exaggerating. Like, the pain from pushing out a baby out of 10, 0. I didn't feel it. It just felt like I'm taking a number 2. Literally, that's it. But through my vagina, which is so weird. But that's the best way. That's the best way I can describe it. That's the best way I can describe it. It didn't hurt. 0 out of 10. The contractions were 1,000 out of 10. I would not recommend. But the delivery, pushing out the baby, didn't hurt. And for some women it does, and for some women it don't. And for me, it didn't. I don't know if my pain threshold is high, but it didn't hurt. Did not hurt again. Did not hurt again. What am I saying again? Like my second baby? No, it didn't hurt at all. That's what I meant. And yeah, I sat up in bed. I got some toast. I don't know. They love giving women toast. I got toast and drink. The food was no. But that's basically it. That was basically it. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. Well, I do actually. She wouldn't latch on because I chose to breastfeed. She wouldn't latch on, but I stayed another night, and then eventually I got the gist of it. Breastfeeding was painful in the beginning. 0 out of 10, wouldn't recommend. But eventually I got it. Before I got it, I had to feed her through, like, I had to squeeze it out and put it like in a little tube and like push it in her, like squeeze it out in her mouth. But then after that, after the second night, I got the hang of it. I had to buy cream, nipple cream, all that stuff. Boy, it was a journey. But we're here today. We're here now, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, so that's it. So hope y'all enjoyed my little storytelling. Hope you guys enjoyed my storytelling. I'll try to do more like baby like videos because I have a lot of advice, especially now that I'm a mom. Tips and tricks about, you know, certain stuff. So I will try to do more of those videos. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the cute little stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video.